Hello everyone, welcome to the Linux lab, and today my topic for study in the lab is head and tail. So today I'm going to work on these two important commands and which is important for the Linux operating system, and also we will use in the scripting part when the time comes. So very important. The first question is how we use that in the Linux. So head is an important command which can help us to print the information or the line of any file based on your choice, which will print the information on the top lines, and the tail will give the information based on the bottom lines. Okay, so here how we can do so, let's see. If you have any file, example, I wanted to show you here. I have already some files here. You can see here. That means, see, you have some files here. In this file, I can see this is a number file, and this in number file, I have a three numbers. I put it here, and you can do it. Example here, you wanted to be print the information of these numbers. How we can print this information in the number? Give a pipe here, and after then you can give a head command, and you will see it will print the file information very easily. Practically this is a line, first line, second line, and third line. So in this file I have a three number, that means three lines have three numbers. Okay, so that means it will show you. And example, if you want to put a tail, and it will also give you the last line. But here in this example, we have no major difference, but we want to show the difference between that. So here, now if I write here example n switch is mean to say number of line. Example, I put one here. Now I can see only first line of the file. And in the first line, I have a 10. Can you see this number I can print? So that will print the top line. So from the upper portion of the file, it will print. If you give example tail, it will give you the bottom line of the information. Can you 30? So that means the last line. So I can print the last line very easily. That is the 30. If you want to print the top line, you can give the head hyphen n. N is a switch which is important, that will show the line number of lines. That will customization printing. I should say customization of the printing the lines. Okay, now example, I have a sequence command. If you remember, the Linux, we use a sequence just like a cycle. Example 1 to 10. So it will print a sequence of numbers. Can you see here? It can print the sequence. You can also skip first part, initialization part. You can go use sequence 10. It is the same here. Okay. Now, what I want to use, I can use a head command here. So let's see. I wanted to show you sequence 25. Now sequence 25 will create a sequence of 25 numbers, first 25 numbers, and head command will print the only first 10. So that means by default, the head command print the first 10 lines. Okay, so example, next tail. So tail command will basically print the last 10 lines. Okay, so I wanted to once more show you. If I write a sequence 25, you can see in my sequence command, I can print the number from 1 to 25. Okay, and if I give the head command here, I can print the top 10 lines by default. Okay, and if I give the tail command, it will give the last 10 lines by default. And if I want to give my choice, then I can use a hyphen n. Hyphen n, example, first 5 line. Now I can print the first 5 lines. In the 5 lines, I have some numbers. Okay, if you want to give the example last 5 lines, so you can use a tail hyphen n 5. So guys, in this way, you can check out the default behavior of the head and tail. So by default, it gives you the 10 lines by default from the top or from the bottom very easily. Okay, so this is the way you can understand. And now one more switch which I wanted to example. Let's see. sequence 3. Now can you see here, I can use a sequence 3 to print the 3 lines with 3 numbers. Okay, now if I give a hyphen n and 2, so what will be the output? First 2 lines, that means 2 numbers. Okay, so that is actually hyphen n, number of lines. But if I change with the hyphen c, and what is this hyphen c? Hyphen c is the number of byte. Now see the output is only 1. Why this is the 1? Because of this is a byte, so it will print the 2 bytes. It will print the 2 lines, it will print the 2 bytes. So example here, first byte is here, and then after it will found a next line character. Okay, so that's why next line character is not printing. So you will see here it is printing only 1. Okay, this is the reason. Okay, now example here, take a one more example, 5. So let's see here, you want to print a 3. So if you have a sequence 5, it will print the 3 lines. And here, if you use a C, it will give you the here only 1. Why? Because it will give you the 1 and 2 here. Can you see here? 1 and 2. So after 3, after 2, there is a next line character here. Okay. So, but it will not print because of this is a new line character after 1. So how it can count? So you can say 1 plus next line. Okay. I should say next line and plus 2. So total it should print 1 and 2. Okay, so this is the idea, you got it, I hope. So C stands for the bytes, N stands for the number of lines. Okay, so this is guys to printing the number of bytes and printing the number of lines based on your choices. This is a major difference. I think this is a good example you can see. Okay, so next I show you we can print the customization of the printing here, which was the hyphen n. Okay, so this was the customization. Okay, and here you can see tail 2, so it will give you the lower 2 numbers. Okay, this will give the top 3 numbers, or not 3 numbers, 3 lines actually, right? And now, so here if you have this long series of lines or numbers we have, so what we want to do, try to print the line except the last 10 lines. Example, these 10 lines, right? So these are the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 here up to now. Okay, so what you want to skip this portion, and or maybe last 10 lines, or 15 lines, 5 lines, this is your choice. So the moment we want to print exclude, I should say, or maybe skip, you can say here these lines, 10 lines. Okay, so here, so how we can use a head command here. So I show you head command can help us, hyphen n, but this time you will give a minus 10. So that means you can skip last 10 lines, skip last 15 lines, skip last 2 lines. So in this example, if I give a 10, so can you see right now? So out of 25, it skipped 10. So example here, you see, and here you will see equal 15. So that's why I can print these 15 lines. Okay, so I hope you can get it. That means that means you are skipping the last 10 lines. Okay, so why? Because of the minus 10. So minus, this is not a minus, this is hyphen n is a number of lines. Okay, so that means you can skip the last portion with the head command. Okay, now try to do try to print everything except the first 10 lines. So here I wanted to show you here. So first of all, you have to be skip these first 10 lines here. Okay, so how we can do that? So we will use again a sequence command, but here we will use a which command? We will use a tail command, because tail command can help us for this. Okay, so here what I will use, I will skip or switch or jump first 10 lines. So in that case, I will use with the tail command not minus plus. So here, check out. So can you see right now, I skipped with the plus operator here. Okay, this is the starting from the 10. And if I will example one, now it is good. So now exactly I'm switched or skipped first 10 lines successfully. So in that case, I should use this short code in my script somewhere. So tail minus not hyphen n plus uh, the number of lines. Okay. So I hope you can get it. In this way, you can print based on your choice lines, or basically this is the way for skipping the part. So you can skip the last line, you can skip the first lines, and you can take your output very easily. And here, let's see sequence 25. Once again, so suppose in between you want to print some any data you want to. Let's see, suppose 10 to 15 you want to print. So in that case, what I will use, I can use together head and tail. So that is called the combining head and tail. So if you want to combine it, so first of all, you can use a head here and select the number of line with hyphen n. So now, so first of all, my target is example, I will select 15 line first. Okay. So in this way, if I will give the 15 here, you will see here, this is my output here. Okay. Now I selected. Now I wanted to print 10 to 15. So that means last portion. Okay, that is the bottom portion. For bottom portion, we always use the tail command here. And now you can see here, I can print 11, and you will also skip here 6, because it will skip the last 6 lines. So can you see, now I can print middle value from my input. Can you see, it was my input. Okay, can you see right now? And first of all, I apply the head selecting with the 15. This is the idea. Okay, and then I selected the last 6 lines skipped. Okay, now I can print very easily my choiced value which I can find out. Okay, so can you see here, I use together head and tail. So sometime your task can be solved with joining the both commands together. Okay, so this way you can use it. Okay, now if you want to print the two files together, we have the cat command. But here, what I want to use, I want to print, suppose, first 2 lines from marks and first 2 lines from the number file. So I wanted to show you separately first cat marks and cat number. So I have 2 files. I want to print 2 lines from here and 2 lines from here. So in that case, what I wanted to use, I will use head command again and head command again. And here I will give the 2 marks 2, and then after next file is number 2 and hyphen 2. So here you can print out the first 2 line from the first file, second 2 line from the second file. So here, if you want to give a only one, you can print the first line very easily. Okay, so that means head and tail can work with the more than one file. Okay, it is proved. That means it will give you the last, tail will give you the last line. Okay, can you see, this is the last number, last line from the first file, this is the last from the second file. Okay guys, I hope you can understand and you can use very easily together with this command. Example here. Okay, head will print it here. Now example here, you can use a semicolon over here, and then after you will see here example n 1 for marks and number here. Okay, now here you can also put a semicolon here. That means it is a break. So first it will show you the head command with the first line, okay, from the both file. Tail command with the last line from the both files. Okay, so you can see 40 and 10 first top lines, 70 and 30 last line. So you can join your code in the script together with the help of a semicolon very easily. Okay. Okay, so here this is the idea to use a together the head and tail with the multiple files. Okay, so now I wanted to show you a little bit more switch here. Example head. So if you use a head and here example here and 2, so it will give you the only values. But if you want to print how to say, if you want to print the files as well, in that case you can use a v is a verbose. Okay, so I will show you here verbose. So look here, so verbose will give you the file name as well. Okay, so if you don't use verbose here, if you don't use verbose, you can see only the value. Okay, but if you use the verbose, it will give you a little bit more information. Information is the file name. Okay, example number here. So this is the header, so you can see the header very easily. Okay, so but here in this case we don't use the -v, because -v you can use this explicitly here. So it is okay, but if with the one file you cannot see here. Okay, so with the one file without we just only see the value. That's why we can use the -v. But if you don't use the v with the first file, okay, by default we will work with the more file. Okay, so I hope you can get it. So guys, this is basically the verbose mode with the uh, head command. Similarly, you can go with the tail command and you can check very easily. Okay, so now let's try to do one more practice here. Example, try to suppress the file and header with the multiple files here. So example here, suppose we have a head marks. Okay, so head marks, this will print the marks file data, and here example 2 lines you wanted to print, that is the next file, and here example you wanted to print the 2 lines here. Okay, so here you will see here it can print you the header as well. But if you want to use the tail command, so tail command will give you the lower portion, lower data very easily. Okay, so this way we can use it very easily. But the important is how we can remove this header. Can we remove the header uh, with any switch, any options? Yes, we have any option and very switch. Example here, and here what I will use here, I will use a new switch. The switch is the head q, but here in this time we will use not here, here -q. Q mean to say quiet. So quiet basically will make a silent the header. It will make the silent the header very easily here. And after that, remember, you can use a both file together. Okay, so now you will see the header will be removed and you can see the information or content very easily. Okay, so in this way you can change your output based on your choice, and maybe you can also try with the top 2 lines here. Now next you can also try example first number, it is also okay. Okay, so same way you can try with the tail command. So tail silent quiet, that is a quiet marks and number file and the last line. Okay, this is 7030. So guys, I hope you understand that is the suppress the file with the header with the multiple files. Okay, so now one more important is here example. Let's see, we have a file, this file we have number. Now I will use a tail command with the one option f. F mean to say follow. Follow, you want to track, you want to watch your file. If someone are going to add more value, and you can check this file as a real time. Okay. Now the cursor is waiting for what is the output here. In that case, this is my first terminal. Now I go to the second terminal here. Okay, now I wanted to show you the same file here. Okay, so because I have two terminal login, this is the first terminal. Okay, that I have a three numbers. Second terminal is there. Now I wanted to add one more number, example 50. I wanted to add, if I want to add in the same file, I will use a append operator. Okay, so I added the one number in the same file 50. Now you will see in the another terminal what is the value. Can you see 50 is added? So why? Because of F option. F mean to say follow, follow it. Okay, that means follow your file in a real time. Who is going to add? Okay, so mostly this will use in the log entries and the real time entries. So here example, try to add one more 60, one more 70, one more 80. Can you see right now how many numbers I have added? It is up to you. Okay, can you see? But here I can track very easily with the help of tail F. Tail F will check out or watch or track the file in a real time. Okay, so this is very easy to use that. Okay, so guys, this is the way you can use it with the F options. Okay, so here now little bit more practice here. What we can do here, example here, we have a number file which you see I recently added some more numbers. Okay, now what will happen if I will use a capital F? So capital F is again a follow, but little bit more difference. Okay, so let's see. Again, I'm going to follow it here. But if I go to my another terminal here, what I wanted to do, I wanted to show you the file here. Okay, now what I want to do, example, I wanted to change the file name MV. So you can delete as well. So MV command for rename the file. So number, I'm going to change the name of the file. Num example num2.txt. Can you see right now? The file name has been changed. Okay, that means this file is no more here. Okay, but here in the terminal, you can see I can track very easily no such follower directory. That means I can get the message the file has been removed or renamed, or maybe someone can remove it is very easily. Okay, so that's why. But what will happen? See, I wanted to show you here. Now I wanted to add one more number, example 90 here. Okay, so I wanted to add 90 in the same previous file. Okay, so now you will see what will happen. So if I wanted to append, it is appended. Okay, which file? Number. But it is not the previous because system is saying we are renamed. So name is no more in the system. Name 2 is there. Okay, number 2 is there. Number is not there. Okay, now can you see the message? That means tail has been, that has appeared and falling in new file. That means that is a rotation has been started. It is repeated again here. Okay, so now can you see num text has been appeared. That means it is added 90 here. Now you wanted to add one more. Let's try 100 and 200. Now go to the terminal. Can you see? These are added very easily. That means following a new file. Okay, following a new file. So you wanted to check here. The system has created for you because we are no more waiting for that because of the F, capital F. So capital F will help us for follow. And if someone by mistake any removal or added or rename whatever, so if file is not there, that means it can help us in a real time to work more for without disturbance. Okay, so that is very good option which mostly the scripter are used here in the Linux system. Okay, guys, I hope you can get it. So that is called the monitoring, and you can do very easily. And now in the last, I'm going to make a review for our today task here, what we had today. So here you can see. So we discuss about what is the head and tail. So head basically print the top information of the file, tail print the lower information of the file. Okay, that is the main objective is how to print the file based on your choices. So first of all, we check out the default behavior, print the 10 lines. Second task, we try to print out to see the difference. What is the byte and line? With the hyphen n is the number of line, hyphen c is the byte. So then we see how to customize our printing with hyphen n and with the hyphen n with tail and head together we can do that. And then after we discuss about here how to print everything, just skip the last 10 lines, then try to use the minus 10. Minus will help us. And if you want to print the first 10 lines, so tail can use from the plus 10. Okay, it is very easy to use that. So combining head and tail for finally getting the range, if you want to get the middle data from the file, that you can use it. Okay, and here you can see I use these options, you can try. Okay, and print the first and the last two line of the different files. So it is easy to use that, you can do that. And then we discuss about the suppressing the files. Suppressing the file means to say quiet or silent. So you use the Q option very easily with the tail and head command. So basically it will skip the header, I should say. Then we discuss about how to use the print the file name as well. Verbose can help us. The last two tasks basically for the real-time monitoring. If someone is adding your data in the file, you can see what is the adding actually. So you can see the follow option can help us. But if accidentally it is removed or renamed or recreated somehow, then you can use a capital F options. So guys, I think it is enough for the today. Today it was my plan for discuss about the head and tail. I use the most of the option to discuss the good practice for the head and tail. So please keep doing the good practicing, and if you have any question or query, you can write in the comment section. I try to help you. Till then, please take care and see you in my next live with the new topic. Bye bye.